Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Lactose Cookies, and today I am going to show you how to cannon in Minecraft factions. So this video will cover everything from making the cannon box to building the actual cannon, how to water and set up the cannon, how to set up its barrel, and figure out where to shoot on a base, and everything having to do with cannoning into your enemy's base. This tutorial does need a certain mod. You're gonna need Schematica, the link will be in the description. But I highly recommend this on any server that allows Schematica and its printer feature. It's extremely helpful. Right, so say you find a base like this and you want to raid it. So the first thing you're probably going to want to do is make a cannon box. Now the point of a cannon box is it's just a little kind of base for your cannon to make sure that the enemy can't get in and destroy it. So to make a cannon box, it's pretty simple, but something that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to know exactly the size of the cannon box you want to make. So Schematica comes a lot in handy with this. So if we go ahead and we bring up the cannon that we're going to use, like this one here, we can see the exact outline of it, and this will help us determine how big our cannon box will be. So if we do excuse me, up one. Okay, so something that we can do is we can just start to make a platform for the cannon box. So I'll set that as 0.1. And I'll set that as 0.2. So now we have a good little platform, and most servers will have gen buckets that you can use to quickly gen a platform, but here we have to use world edit. There. So this is generally kind of what a cannon box will be. Of course you want to water it, so we'll do that right now. And generally you want walls on a cannon box, especially if they're a larger faction that you're trying to raid and they can counter cannon you. You're gonna want 20, 30, 40 walls, maybe even more, depending on the situation. There we go. Now making a cannon box is pretty crucial, and a lot of the times you'll honestly be good with this unless you're trying to force someone while they're online. Then you're probably going to want more than this. But if you're offlining a faction, this will generally be good enough. Now that we have a cannon box set up outside of their base, we're going to want to build a cannon, of course. So this is the other part where Schematica comes very in handy. Right, so now we're going to use a Schematica mod to print in the cannon. Now I would recommend that you make sure that printer is a thing on your server and that it's allowed, because some servers do not allow this feature. But essentially what printer does, if we go into the menu here, as long as you have the materials in your inventory, it will build the cannon kind of for you. It'll auto place everything that's in your radius. So all you gotta do is just go around build a cannon like this, right? This feature definitely comes in handy. Something that you are going to want to make sure though, a lot of the time it can mess up, so if you see any like red blocks, then that means that they're misplaced. Like right there, this is misplaced and should not be placed like that. There we go. Why is that messing up? So yeah, especially when you have printer ramped up to higher speeds like I do, it messes up a lot. But it's still a lot quicker than building the cannon yourself. So yeah, it can be quite annoying, but you have to go around and kind of just fix where it messes up, like I am here. And as long as you just go around and make sure everything's good, you're gonna be fine. Another thing that you're going to want to do though, while printering in the cannon, is make sure that all this that's orange is set up correctly. So what this means is that it's not at the right block state. So if we just set these to the correct ticks, they'll go to normal. Anyways, yeah, you just go around, you do that around an entire cannon, and you can actually get a cannon built really quickly with this, especially if you have several faction members who are printing at once. Okay, now that you have finished building the cannon, you're going to want to water it so it doesn't explode when you fire it. So a general rule of thumb when watering a cannon is just to make sure that there's water touching the face of every dispenser. So a face of a dispenser is where it'll shoot out TNT. So everywhere where there is the face of a dispenser, like here, you're gonna want water touching it, right? So if we come up here with large segments like this, it's best to just water it from the top. It's a lot less work because now all of this will be watered if it all flows down. So yeah, now there's water touching the face of each and every dispenser in here and in here, so this is good. And that's basically what you just want to do. You want to go around making sure that every face of a dispenser is covered with water. And another thing that you're gonna want to do is to just go around and check several times. Every time that you think you're done, just do another check until you're absolutely sure. And for cannons that have an adjustable barrel, you're gonna want to water another spot, which is right here. This is where the TNT shoots out. This is called the barrel, and it's gonna look a lot something like this. You're gonna see trapdoors, you'll see maybe signs, you'll see stairs. Anything that looks like this, you're also gonna want to water because the TNT will explode in here too. Alright, so yeah, just make sure that you have everything watered. I've already watered the rest of the cannon, and now it is time to do the sand. Now with sand, you can do this in a couple different ways. Some servers have sand buckets that if you just place sand right here, or the buckets rather, it'll gen all the way up to the top. So yeah, you would just go around, place sand like this all along here, and all this will become sand going all the way up to the roof. Other servers have what are called sand bots, and those sand bots will automatically place sand for you. Yeah, so this server doesn't have sand bots or sand buckets, so I just stack the sand up. I'm actually gonna fix this. This was a world edit mistake that I just made. Or you know what, I can just do this. Alright, so yeah. So this is the main sand that will be used to stack however high your sand stacking. But you're also going to want to place sand in something that will either look like this with a bunch of stairs, or maybe it'll just be this little part here with just one piston. But you're going to want to place sand here. And this is a one-shot sand. This is a sand that combines with a TNT in order to explode a water wall. So yeah, you're going to want to place that too, or else the cannon will not work. So let me just come up here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have the cannon filled up with water. We have it filled up with sand. Now it's time to determine where we're gonna shoot. Okay, so in order to set up a barrel for an adjustable barrel cannon, you're going to want to know how it works. So if you imagine I'm the TNT, I'm going to shoot out of here, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit this trapdoor here. Then I'm gonna hit the stairs and come up here, hit this block of obby, and I'm gonna shoot straight up like this. Now once I hit the ceiling, I am then going to shoot outwards like this. Right, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make sure this is lined up, and you're gonna want to make a hole here so the TNT will shoot up and then out here. Another thing you're gonna want to do is place a piece of cobweb here. And this cobweb is essential because this will prevent the enemy from ender pearling in while you are still able to shoot TNT out, because an ender pearl does not go through a cobweb while TNT does. Right, so now that you have this cobweb set, something that I like to do is kind of just create a little guider. It's not essential at all, but I kind of just do it. I think it looks nice, kind of just to force a habit of mine. So now, if I'll go over this one more time, the TNT is going to come out, it's going to come up here, it's going to go straight up like this, it's going to come up here, and it's going to go outwards that way. So now if we go ahead, we'll break out right here. If we go ahead and come out here, we can see the cobweb here. Now what we're gonna do is line it up with the base over there. So in order to line up and make sure that it'll shoot at the right spot on the base, what you're gonna do is you're gonna build out this however far over you want to go. So say we want to shoot at right about, I'll say this block here. Right, so we'll come over here. Okay, so that's right around here. So then what you're going to want to do is build this, and this will make the TNT shoot out of here. It'll come over here and it'll hit this stopper right here. And once it hits that, it will then shoot out this way and hit the base. So another thing you're probably going to want to do is water the barrel. This will just make it so they can't destroy it easy, and if they destroy your barrel, then you're gonna have to rebuild it, and that's annoying. So watering it can just be a nice touch. Water the underside of it too. There you go. So now that you have the barrel set up, we can test fire. So let's go ahead, come in here, and you're gonna want to fill the dispensers with TNT. Now obviously you don't want to go in each one and fill it with TNT. So most servers, they'll have a command that is something like this. It's /F TNT, and then they'll do fill, and then the next one is a radius On a lot of servers, the max is 32, and then 64 for the amount. So that's a command that you're probably gonna use on most servers, but on this one it's just /TNT fill. And it filled all the dispensers with TNT. Now we can test fire the cannon. So if we come down and we press the button up here, let's make sure it doesn't explode. Right, so the cannon did fire, nothing exploded, so let's go ahead, come outside. And as you can see, it hit the wall and you're through it. So now all you need to do, a lot of cannons have an auto, which will usually be a lever like this one here. So you can just auto it if it's allowed on your server. And I'll come out here. Sorry for the lag. And we go to the walls. Alright, so as you can see, the cannon isn't working anymore. Now, this is because we ran out of sand. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that lag. Anyways, so we come back in here, and the reason that it stopped working was because we need to refill the sand. So if we go ahead, sand, and do / wand, we need to refill this sand and the cannon should work again. I want to fall in there. And so this. Alright, so now that we have the sand refilled, we can come in here, and I'm just gonna button it this time instead of levering it. And this should continue to work. So if we have /fire, there, it's working again. Alright. There. And then we just need one more shot, and we're in the base. So let that last shot come in. Boom, and we're in. Alright, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there was anything I missed, how I could have improved this video, etc. Yeah, overall cannoning is pretty easy, at least using a cannon. Building one's a completely different story. But yeah, setting up a cannon and just setting up the barrel and everything, it's pretty easy, and once you get the hang of it, you're gonna be raiding everyone. So I wish you all good luck and peace.